Hi everybody. Today, this is the third day of our June holiday 1 week special video package. So today we'll be learning about patterns. Patterns is a series of numbers or letters that test logical thinking and sequencing. So we find out the sequence and we will find out the following number. So without further ado, let's jump into the lesson. So this lesson will be doing a series of patterns and learn about the logic behind it. So for the first startup questions, we'll be doing a very famous sequence. Well, I won't tell you what is it. Try to figure it out yourself. And be warned that in tests, when they test the pattern, the sequencing might not be just that sequence, it might be combined with another sequence. Okay, so I'll leave you to think about it. Done? Okay, so let's look at what sequence is it mainly about. Fibonacci. Have you heard of this sequence? The Fibonacci sequence is a very famous sequence commonly tested in patterns. So what is it, you may ask? Well, it's simply addition of the previous two numbers to get the next one. You get it? If you don't, look at a simple illustration. So if the pattern is A, B, and C, then A plus B equals C. Get it? Okay. So anyways, let's look at the actual number sequence. So when we start with 1, the sequence, a typical sequence is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. It's very common, but the test may start with other numbers too. They might start at 4, then 4, then 2. Then it will be 6, then 8, because 2 plus 6 equals 8. So it keeps on going on. So once we have the previous two numbers, we can get the next number and the sequence will be going on and on. So the reason behind this 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13 sequence is 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 2 plus 3 equals 5, and so on. So coming back to our previous question here, what is in the two blanks? Although you may say this doesn't really look like the previous sequence, well, think about it this way. If I cancel out 10, let me change the color. If I cancel out 10, cancel out 15, cancel out 20. Is it easier now? So the new sequence we get is 2, 3, 5, 8. All right. So we can very simply find out that the next number will be is 13, right? But sadly, in this question, they have these numbers tucked in, so we can skip it. Well, it's actually quite simple to solve this problem. Since we already know these sequences, we'll just find out sequence of 10, 15, and 20. Do you notice that they plus 5 in each? Skipping over the Fibonacci sequence. So for the next number that skips over 8, skipping over 8, it will be plus 5 also. And as we know, 20 plus 5 equals to 25. Congratulations, we got the first number. So the next number is 13. So we already got it because it skips one number. So this question is actually quite simple if you understand the Fibonacci sequence. So this question, it focuses mainly on the Fibonacci sequence. So for the next question, we'll explore another type. So 2, 5, 8, 1, 4. Interesting number pattern. What's the answer? It's interesting. Well, okay. So if we're done, we'll start by looking at the relationship. So 2 and 5, their relationship is 3. A difference of 3. 5 and 8, difference of 3 also. But, this is a big mystery. So, alright, let's look at the solution. Okay. So, solution will be every term plus 3. Every term should plus 3. Let me change it. This will be 3. Okay, sorry. So every term plus 3, the ones digit. Alright. So how we see that is 2 plus 3 equals 5, correct? And also 5 plus 3 equals 8. But 8 plus 3 equals 11. Okay, so we only take the ones digit of 11 and make it into 1. Then 1 plus 3 equals 4. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay, so you might ask, then what is this question testing? Okay, let me give it to you. This question is testing your thinking out of the box. And although this question is very simple linear equation, they are testing you to think out of the box and think of other possible alternative they might use. So this is also one of the skills in solving patterns. Next question. This is a bit tricky and it requires an understanding of another math language. But I'll leave it to you first because it's actually also solvable without that knowledge. It's just a bit strenuous. Okay, so I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll give you the solution. So we observe that these mainly made of ones and zeros. So the solution is binary sequence. It might be familiar to some of you who have watched my video on binary, but no worries, I'll go through it a bit. So basically, so 1 in binary sequence stands for 1, while 10 in binary sequence, 1 0. 1 0 in binary sequence actually stands for 2. 1 1 in binary sequence stands for 3. 100 in binary sequence stands for 4. And I guess you can know the relationship. 5 and 6. Okay. So basically, how it does this is by the 2 times table. So 1 is in the ones place. This one is in the seconds place. So binary basically 1 and 0 doesn't stand for value, it stands for yes or no. So yes 2, no 1. So it's equals to 2. Yes 2, yes 1 equals to 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So going on 2 times table 1, 2, and 4. So yes 4, no no. to the others equals 4, and so on. So basically, if we want to express 6, 6 will be 4 plus 2, right? So 4 plus 2 equals yes 4, yes 2, no to 1. So if you don't get it, no worries. It's actually quite interesting, this sequence. So you can go watch my binary video at this link. Okay, I'll put it in the comment section below. And moving on, we have this sequence. It's just a recap on a very simple sequence. I guess we can all do it in 1 second, but no worries if you can't. So the solution is square numbers. Okay, so square numbers meaning square is 1 to the power, is something to the power of 2. So 1 to the power of 2 equals 1. 2 to the power of 2 equals to 4. 3 to the power of 2 equals to 3. To the power of 2 basically means 2 times of that number. Not 2 times something. It's 1 times 1. 2 times 2. 2 of these numbers multiplied together. So this is 1 to the power of 2. This is 1 squared, this is 2 squared, this is 3 squared, this is 4 squared. This will be 5 squared. 5 times 5, 5 times 5 equals to 25. The answer is 25. Okay. So the final and last and final question. This basically tests you to interpret different numbers, including letters. Don't be confused. Letters is also part of math. Wait a second. So letters is also part of math in logical thinking. So basically, I'll tell you the solution. The solution A, C, E, G. Okay, you might not understand this at first, but if you list out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, 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 which is quite wasting time, you will get it. So I'll just give the first few. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. So A, C, E. I'll just cross out those that aren't in the sequence. Okay. A is in, so all right. B is not in. C is not in. F, well, we don't know that. But from the sequence, we can know that F is not in because A, C, G, E is like skipping a letter. So the next pattern of the number is 12, 13, 15, 18. You might wonder what's the sequence here. But it's basically plus 1, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, and so on. So the answer will be G18. Once we combine both, it's G18. Okay, thanks for watching this series of patterns. Keep in mind that patterns is a very important skill in logical thinking. Well, the other way around also. And anyways, so basically these are the common types of patterns that will be tested. Thank you and goodbye.